Whether you have kids now or you're going to have them in the future, my goal here today is to persuade you to involve your kids in extracurricular activities. One of the main benefits that I find through extracurricular activities is making friends. Whether you meet people that you wouldn't meet outside of class, you can find common interests with them, and it's also helpful when moving to new areas. So if you move to a new area and you don't know very many people, it can be very beneficial for you to meet new people, and it's a very easy environment to talk to people because there can also be other kids that are there who might not know other people, so everybody there is basically on the same playing field, and it's a very positive environment for making friends. You can also develop skills in sports and hobbies, so you can find strengths that you are unfamiliar with. If you don't know that you're good at a sport or a certain instrument, you might find that you're very good at it, and it can create a passion for you for possibly your future. And if you also know that you already have a skill, you can develop this skill, become better at it, and you can become more successful. Also, if you're exercising or if you're stimulating your brain throughout practices and different sessions, it can make you become more tired during the day, and that can help you with sleep at night so that you don't have all the energy. And it can improve behavior, social skills, and grades. So there's a journal on positive effects of extracurriculars on students, and this basically talks about how if you're going to have success in a certain sport, it can give you the benefit of getting an achievement such as a medal or an award, and that will improve your self-esteem. And this can also relate you to school then, so when you go to school, you'll be more motivated to do better because this will cause you to get awards to succeed in school. So if you become on an honor roll, or maybe you get some sort of academic award, this can be very helpful with improving your grades. You can also improve leadership skills. So you're going to have a lot of different coaches, you'll have different peers, you'll have different group members that might be leading the group, and you also might be given the opportunity to lead different groups. So you can learn the positives and negatives of everyone and how they're teaching people. Maybe you like a style of one person or you don't like it from another, and you can kind of formulate your way of leading people and teaching people. I've had many different coaches throughout my time in being in sports that I have had very positive experiences with, and they've been really nice and helpful and supportive. And I've also had very poor coaches that aren't very supportive and do not do very well with their students. And so I have kind of developed a way of how I would like to coach my kids or a team in the future based on the ways that I've been coached. You can also do better with time and schedule management. So you'll have a lot of different things on your plate. You'll have different practices, maybe some group meetings, and you'll get better at working with your schedule so that you can fit everything in, but not have one that overtakes all of them. And you can make sure that you still have time to do homework while also spending time at your practices, and maybe have some time on the side for fun or other activities. There's a journal about applied development of psychology, and it talks about how parents should provide support, but they should not give pressure. So if you're going to have a student that will be involved in an activity, you should be very supportive. You should go and show them that you care about it, but you should not provide pressure for one or another. So as a parent, you can't pressure your student to do a sport that you want them to do. You can support them and you can let them try it, but if they don't like it in the end, you should not pressure them to stay in that sport or group. If you want them to do an instrument, you should not pressure them to do that, but you can always support them to try it. And the journal about importance of parental involvement in youth sports is another thing where they talk about how if you're going to be coaching your student or your child and maybe they don't want you to be there, it's very important to talk to them so that you know what they want from you. If they want to spend time in the backyard throwing a ball around, or if they want you coaching their team, or if they want you to just be a fan in the stands, it's very important for you to have communication between you two so that you can make sure that they're getting a positive experience and that it's not negatively affecting them. There's a lot of different activities that you can do. So there's sports, there's music, there's videography and photography, there's writing, and there's volunteer work, and then basically anything else. So These are a lot of mainstream activities that your child can get involved with. They're very popular in most schools, but there's a lot of different other interests that are out there, and either you or your child might also have a different interest that might not be on the list. So this can be a good opportunity for your child to create a new group or organization, and this can help them with developing some sort of a system, and they can learn new skills from helping this. And there's always going to be different students that like different things. Not everybody likes the same things, and you would be surprised on who might have a similar interest with you. And you're only going to know if you try. So you should always put yourself out there and maybe create an organization if it doesn't already exist. Some closing thoughts. I believe that parents should involve their kids in extracurricular activities. It can improve friendship, skill development, leadership, and overall it can give them a more positive childhood.